Okay.
We just got a follow from WTF Iceman, so say thanks, WTF Iceman.
Thanks, Iceman. Are you reading chat, McDohl?
Thank you, Iceman.
You
No, I'm not
the
reading chat. I have the thingy open.
I'm gonna eat your banana.
No, don't eat my banana. I just happened to leave the Twitch alerts open from last night.
The Grimlock that you just hit, Orphan, takes a wild swingy with his club and misses outright. And when it sees that it can't connect with you, it tries to pull away. It just tries to flee in terror. So you do get an attack of opportunity if you have a reaction to use.
I do.
So you can go ahead and take a swing at it with your melee weapon while it's retreating.
Alright, so that's a 15.
That definitely hits.
Yeah, roll for damage. That'll be a 4.
4 damage?
Yeah.
And after, just, as soon as it misses with its club, it tries to break. Tries to run back around this pillar to get away from you. You just bring your Kadash down on the back of its head. Catch him right in the middle of the stringy, strangly hair. And he throws his arms back, falls forward, his club clatters to the ground. And I say you, he dead.
Blarf.
I like his little falling over animation.
Yeah, you like those? So much for
That's a door.
Grimlocks. Now the door to this room is open and you can see in there. And this is what looks to be a disgusting Grimlock feeding chamber.
I didn't mean to pick him up.
We can delete them. We don't need them anymore. Unless you guys want to take their bone clubs, that's what they had.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna look around in here real quick.
As soon as you step into the room, just a wall of odor hits you. Just the scent of putrefying and rotting meat.
Yep. Not hanging out in there for very long.
The far end of the room seems to be...
I'll take a look. I'll see how long I can steal myself just to see what's in here.
The far end of the room is just a giant pile of just discarded rubbish and awful and things that the Grimlocks weren't using. You see a few pieces of material, just clothes that were ripped off of people or bits of whatever. It would take some doing to actually root through it. But the whole room do stank of putrid and feces and Grimlock.
While he's in there, I'm gonna go over here and see if there's a third tripwire around right here.
There is indeed.
I'm gonna see if I can undo it.
How are you gonna do it?
Just look for where it's attached to the wall and kind of.
I mean, it would be easy enough to just slice it. It's just a length of wire.
I don't want to break it. I want the wire.
You want the wire?
Yeah.
You could just cut it at either end and take it.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'll move back to the edge of the room, and then I'm going to cast Mage Hand, which I've never cast before, and with Tarin, it's actually a pseudopod of tentacles.
Okay.
And I'm going to start sorting through the rubbish with it for anything valuable.
How long do you want to spend doing this?
A
couple of minutes, or are you going to stay until you...
Couple minutes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a search check. Not search, perception. Or investigation, whichever is higher.
Intelligence? Yeah. Oh, well, actually, I think my perception might be higher. Oh, they're the same, because all my stats are the same.
And then tell me how much you make it by. DC is 15. That'll do it.
I make it by 6.
Okay. You find a few sticks, a length of pole, a matted, sopping pillow, a couple of flasks. One of them is empty. It's been cracked, and its contents have spilled out. You find a satchel or a backpack of some kind. It seems made of cloth, so it's soaked through with blood and horribleness. You find an identical flask to the broken one, but this one is still stopped and full. You find 13 silver coins.
Okay. I'll take the flask, I'll clean it off as well as I can, and I'll uncork it and see what it smells like.
Roll Arcana.
I'm actually good at this one. No idea.
No idea. It doesn't smell like much of anything. Are you still detecting magic?
Yeah, I'll detect magic on it.
As long as you...
I should have detected magic before I started doing that.
Probably. Yeah, when you detect magic, the potion definitely has magic qualities to it. And you feel magic energy radiating from the pouch as well.
We just got 2 followers back to back.
I'll mage hand the pouch to myself as well. Is it the pouch itself or something in the pouch?
It would be something in the pouch. The pouch itself is just a simple cloth bag, and it's basically ruined at this point. I mean, it's been sitting in this pile of awful.
I'm not going to touch that. The mage hand can do that, do your work. What's inside the bag?
Inside you find an intact healer's kit. And
nice.
5 potions of healing.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Good. Those 2 followers were Austin Terrier and Mad Sam 23.
Thanks, guys. I'll take one of the potions of healing, and I'll hand the rest to Adric to hand out.
Okay.
And I think, Orphan, do you know how to use a healer's kit?
Yes, I do.
Do you want one?
No, I don't. I know I have herbalism kit, but not a healer's kit.
Oh, you don't know how to use a healer's kit.
So, how many potions did you hand me?
I took 1 for myself, and let me take 2, and I'll hand you 3. So I'll probably drink 1 pretty soon.
How healthy are you looking, Orphan?
I'm only missing 1 hit point right now.
I'll hand you 1 and pocket the other 2.
Alright, cool.
Alright, so we'll bring the healer's kit back to Arvris.
Okay.
Alright, this door this door right here that I'm in front of?
Yep.
Locked?
No. And in fact, the doors here don't even have catches or knobs or anything. You just push them open.
Alright,
just stone blocks set to a hinge.
Push it open then. Looks like a hallway of some kind.
You come into this next hallway, and there's no fungus in this room like there was in previous rooms. It's still very damp, very humid in here, but it's coated with some kind of slime all along the floors and the walls. Otherwise, it's an empty room.
Sorry, that cut out for a second. I got slime coating the floors and walls.
That's it. That's all you found.
Air duel.
What is going on over here? Don't make me separate you two.
I was going to step forward into the and check the next door.
Okay, yeah, same deal.
We're gonna have to play Kirby versus Game & Watch when we finish this.
I think so.
Yeah, same deal. It's just a stone block in the wall. You would just push it open. Open it up.
Yeah, I'll push that open. Yeah.
It's just a tiny hallway.
Another hallway. Here. Go across. Check the next door.
I'm staying over here for now.
Wait, you're staying where?
I'm in room 4.
Okay.
Right at the door for now.
Okay. I gotta get my dungeon map on screen here.
Like a big old room to delete then. A big old pile of cards to
I'm
delete.
working on it. This surprisingly didn't take very long to lay out. Only about a minute or 2. Okay. Open up this next chamber, and again, this one is very slime-filled. But the back half of it, about this point on, is filled with some kind of thick muck. You see,
ew, and it's white. Ew.
It's actually brown, but everything I color has to be white.
Okay. Yeah.
But the back wall of the room, it's not a straight, solid wall. It actually slopes downward to the point where it meets the floor, and the murky water disappears under it. If you were to continue on to the north, you would have to go down into the water and swim to the north.
Okay.
Other than that, it's every bit... The floor and the walls of the southern edge of the room, every bit as slimy as the one you just came from.
Anything? Nothing else notable? No, like refuse or anything to root through in this?
No,
room?
Actually, this room is very clean of any kind of Grimlock disposals.
Okay. Anything light up on detect magic?
No, nothing.
All right. We'll head back this way for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm much of a swimmer myself.
Pull this door shut.
Shut it? Okay.
Pull that door shut.
Don't expect me to stack the cards back up. Screw that.
Okay. I guess we'll head back over here.
Okay. Looking at this door here?
Yep. Push it open.
Oops, I didn't unlock it. I pushed K. Oh, I don't have a handout, that's why. There's what?
There's no door here, is there?
Where are you? No, there's not.
Okay.
card was clipping through the board.
Now hold on 1 second, because I have to place something in this room that I think you guys will like.
Is it another banana?
No.
Because a banana would be awesome.
Wait.
Dong.
Hey, it always spawns way up there.
Oh, I think it spawns in the middle of the.
It does.
Of the table.
So looking into the next room here.
It's a treasure box.
And
where's that guy that doesn't exist?
This room has torches, or torch holders, along the east and west wall. There are no torches in them, just the holders in the wall. Like, long ago, this room would have been lit. The stone looks a little smoother. To your eyes, Adric. The other two would not notice. And yeah, along the far wall, you see a door leading to another chamber, and there is a treasure box sitting in the center of the room.
Alright, step in here.
Don't get too excited. It's just like a...
Perception for traps.
It's just an eye drops or something.
Yeah, probably.
What are you checking?
It's 10 rupees.
Just looking for something.
What specifically are you checking?
The floors as I'm walking.
So you're checking the floors?
Yeah.
Okay, move to the spot in the room where you want to begin your check. Orphan, did you come in behind him?
I'm staying at the far end of the room here.
Okay.
Oh, right there.
Are you checking for anything, or are you just watching to see what he does?
I'll check the wall back here.
Okay. Go ahead and do your stone cunning roll. Is that what it's called? Stone cunning?
Alright, I was looking for, oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah, no, give me the stone cunning roll. And you're checking the wall behind you, Orphan?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll a perception.
Okay.
Or investigation,
10.
whichever one is higher.
Alright, so...
Adric got a 10?
Yeah.
What does Orphan get?
Alright. For perception, I get a 17.
17. You're checking the wall, and up near the roof, like I said, the ceiling's about 8 feet from the floor. Running your hand along it, you feel a very thin crack and then a recess in the wall along the upper southern edge. About here-ish. You have to really reach up to put your hand on it, though. It's about, I don't know, you would say maybe 7 or 8 feet wide. And then the wall comes back out and continues to the corner.
Alright, I beckon over for Adric. Adric, over here.
What's up?
I'm gonna give you a boost so you can see up there.
Alright.
There's something near the ceiling.
I mean, you can both see.
I can't stand on you.
And after Orphan points it out, Adric, you look up. And yeah, you see there's something there that's meant to slide away or drop out or some such. There's some kind of obtrusion up in the wall.
Okay.
But if I boost him up, can he see exactly what it is? Can he see into the recession?
No, I mean the recession is only goes back maybe half an inch. It's not.
Okay.
It doesn't. It looks like there's a stone slab slid down into place, and you only noticed it because you were running your hand across. You can both see it from the floor. You both have dark vision. You've got perfect sight right now.
Gotcha.
But there's not a catch or a handle or anything of that nature. And like we're working with your hands, pushing in on it or trying to get your fingers in the crack, it just feels like it's just solid rock.
Okay.
Why do you think they would have built that?
It's a good question. Maybe perhaps my stone cutting would figure that out.
No, the information I just told you came because you had the stone cutting.
Okay.
It looks like there's a slab here that's meant to slide or drop away, but you can't. There's no way that you can move it. You can't push it in. You can't pull it out, and you don't have any mining tools on you that I know of.
We should probably steer clear of a straight line from this.
Probably a good idea. Let's do this then. I'll go over here around here. I'm gonna slip over here to this side. Everybody, clear out of the way.
Okay, I'll get back in this corner.
Tarin runs out of the dungeon, goes back to the ship.
Yeah, you're right. He's dead, guys.
All right, I'm gonna look around this this box for anything that might be like a trip or a catch or something like that. If I were to disturb the box, it would trigger that.
Roll investigation.
Investigation. Nat 20.
Nat 20. You examine the box.
Mm-hmm.
You see the catch doesn't seem to be latching the box closed. It looks like there's a rusted iron clasp that would have rotated to close the box, but it's already been rotated. It's in an open position.
Okay. What the hell is going on with chat? There's toilet people in chat.
Why are you reading chat?
Well, because apparently we don't have any other mods available, so I have to.
Aw. Here, I can handle this.
All right, so I'm having to regulate. Here we go. Okay.
I'm going to...
Sorry about that. Are you conscripting someone?
Yes. Elisar, you have the power.
I love it. I love it. Brickroad just conscripted someone to get mod powers.
Alright. Back to this box.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a simple iron clasp that would rotate into place. You would rotate to the side, then open the lid of the chest. But more than that, you can't tell.
Alright, I'm going to suggest to Tarin, why don't you try mage handing it open?
Sounds good.
Distance.
I got 30 feet that I can mage hand it from. From here.
You don't have... Yeah, you don't have line of sight because there's a doorway here. You have to step into the room to mage hand it. You can stand in the doorway, though, like that would be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Yep. So my little tentacle pseudopod will appear, and if 10 pounds of force is enough, it will attempt to open the chest.
Yep. Alright, you switch out. You try to just lift the lid.
Yep.
And you do, and the lid flips up, and no sooner than it does, you hear the sound of stone grinding against stone.
Ping,
looking back at the wall, the slab that you identified slides downward into the wall, and a boulder comes rolling out.
Alright.
Hold on, I have a boulder. Check this out.
Are we gonna physics this?
No. No, we are not.
You have a boulder? That's awesome, Brickroad. I want to see the boulder. Can't wait to see the boulder. Oh, there it is.
Hold on. There we go.
Ow!
And it rolls across the room, and it smashes its treasure chests.
Aww.
And lands on McDohl's head. And when it smashes the chest, you see that it was just full of sand, and the sand goes flying in all directions. McDohl, you get it all over your body and in your eyes and your mouth. It sucks.
Bleh.
But yeah, this boulder just came barreling out of the wall, crashed against the back wall, demolished the treasure box, and then comes to rest at this point in the room. You know, I'm going to lock that so McDohl doesn't use his gauntlets to throw it around.
Safety first, everyone. And there's only just the one door that I'm standing next to right here?
Yes, one door.
Alright.
Open up.
Should open.
You push it open. I can get rid of the rest of these now.
Deleted.
Wow.
This room, you see a giant pool in the center of it, and once again, the walls here are much smoother than the earlier parts of the dungeon. And again, torch holders are along all four walls here. And in the middle of it, you see a massive pool.
Okay.
You can't see into the pool from your location, but you can see that there is shimmering water there, and it looks very, very clear.
All right.
Looking up at the ceiling, it looks moister than usual, and every few seconds, a drip of water coalesces in the center and drops in the pool, and you hear it echo throughout the chamber. Other than that, it's very calm in here.
I'm gonna go ahead and detect magic.
From where?
Well, it's everything I can see, right?
Yeah,
or within 30 feet.
You'd have to go... Yeah, you can do it from back here. The pool is definitely radiating magic. The torch holders are not, and... I mean, there's fungus and dampness in this room, but...
Okay.
No Grimlock awful, if that's what you're after.
I guess I'll look into the pool.
Okay. You look down into the pool. Make a wisdom save.
I have proficiency on this.
Nice.
25, I think?
What are you wearing?
23. I am wearing hide armor. And noble's garments over it.
Okay. Like, what are you wearing on your hands?
My hands are unadorned.
Any adornments, jewelry, gloves?
Signet ring.
A signet ring? You look in the pool and you see your reflection. And your reflection looks up back at you. And the eyes of your reflection gaze down at your hand. It says, take off that ring. Throw it in. And you consider the suggestion for a moment. And you decide that you probably do not want to do that.
Don't look inside. Don't look in the pool, guys. It's magical.
The pool itself has crystal clear water in it, and looking at the bottom, you see all manner of various clothing, bits of armor, jewelry, and things that have been thrown in the pool.
My reflection tried to convince me to throw my ring in. At this point, I'm making it a point not to look into the pool.
Well, I'm out.
Nope.
Nope. You're noping on out?
Nope.
Huh. Well, I don't... Oh.
My dog's going ham. I think my wife is home.
The frog must be in the other water.
Looks like we'll have to swim for it.
And that's it?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good thing once his name isn't here, we'd have to find a way to get that loot out, but none of us are that greedy.
I think we're going to head back up this way.
Okay. I'm going to take a 2-minute break so I can go greet my wife.
Okay. Yep.
And I will be right back.
I'm going to
Sounds
top off
awesome.
my drink.
I'm reading somebody linked the thread about bodybuilders arguing how many days there are in a week.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great because one of them says you go to the gym 4 times a week, and then they start just failing basic math. It's great.
Which thread is this?
It's on a bodybuilding forum. I'll paste it in the mumble.
Oh. Hey, we just got to follow.
Week 1, Sundays, Tuesday, Thursday,
I have
Saturday.
returned. Hi, guys. So who drowned first? What happened?
Hello, Melancholy. How you doing? Thank you for following.
Okay. So, Adric is standing. The muck of the water is sloshing against his boots.
Yeah.
Yep. It's grody.
It's pretty grody. What's your move from here?
I will, as usual, wait for one of the other 2 fools to go first.
That's a very sound plan.
The rest of the party is my 10-foot pole here.
There you go.
I'm not much of a swimmer.
Nor am I. I'm going to break the surface of the water with my toe.
What are you wearing on your feet?
Boots.
Boots? Well, I mean, you're already standing lightly in the water. It's kind of sloshing against your boots at that point in the room.
Okay.
I mean, you can stick your foot into a deeper end, but you have to walk forward to do that.
Alright. You got a rock or something around here in this room?
Yeah, you find a bit of loose stone on the ground. Fling the stone in the water. plunks in, ripples go outward. Then you hear quick movement beneath the water.
Okay.
After a few moments, a monster appears.
Since I have moments, I'm going to step back. Damn it. Moments. Moments is enough time to take a step back. I'm just kidding.
I don't have anything for this either, so... We're going to say it's a warhorse.
This is... Oh my god, that's amazing. It's too bad there aren't any such thing as sea ponies.
And just the head of this giant frog or toad or some kind of beast rears up out of the muck and glares at you. And it's moving towards you very swiftly.
Sorry!
And that would be initiative. I just took another screenshot.
So did I.
The only video game where Kirby is staring down Applejack.
And I mean, this thing has like horns coming off of its head, glowing green eyes, and its coloration is the same as the frog that the old witch woman handed to Tarin earlier. It's very unnatural looking purples and violets. What are our initiative totals here?
I got a 20.
Tarin actually 21.
Tarin still beats you.
17 for myself.
Tarin, let's see it.
I played a 4E game once with Nodal, and he had he was playing a halfling who gets like the reroll feature of his class or of his race, and he used it solely to see if he could beat other people at everything else he did.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Hex on the giant monster.
As you do.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Do it. Go
As
ahead.
you do. So that hits an armor class of 17 for 9 force and 4 necrotic.
Pretty sure that hits. I'm going to double check. I didn't notate the AC of this one either. Yeah, that hits. Okay, so how much
And I'm
damage
going
total?
to 13, and I'm going to give it disadvantage on strength checks.
Strength checks, gotcha. And once again, the hex leaves your body and goes into the eyes of this giant toad. Then you strike it with your starry blast, and you see the necrosis from the hex seep into its body. Orphan.
Alright, is it... Can I get within range of it? Or is it too far back into the water?
It wouldn't be too deep to wade in until you get beyond the point on the map. Like the first 15 or 20 feet out, you can wade out into it.
Alright. So I'll walk up, and this seems like a... Actually, what I'm going to do is... give me a second here.
I am going to treat the muck here as difficult terrain, but that probably won't come into play very often. It's more difficult to move through, but the room is small enough you can go wherever you want. So
I'll take my standard Caragol strike.
Okay.
That was a decent roll. Yeah, sure, 19, I'll take that.
Okay.
So I'll hit that. Haha, I get it. No. Wow, great. I do 4 damage to that.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend a key point to use to do a dodge as a bonus action.
To do a dodge?
Yeah.
And what is that actually? What kind of bonus does that give you?
I would have to look it up. Give me a second.
Sure.
You take the combat action, dodge as a bonus action. That's what the
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think that's just a bonus to your AC for the remainder of the turn, or it gives enemy disadvantage to hit you.
I think that's what it is.
Okay, we're gonna say it's disadvantage because I don't feel like looking through the book.
I'm looking it up right now. Give me
All
a
right,
second.
Adric.
As soon as this thing rears its ugly head, it's gonna get popped right in the nose.
So
Yeah, any attack roll made against me has disadvantage if I can see the attacker, and I make dex saving throws with advantage.
okay. So are you attacking it, or are you holding its action for when it comes completely out of the water?
Nick?
What?
No, I'm asking
Oh,
you.
no. Yeah.
Oh.
You said as soon as it like rears its ugly nose, I want to pop it, but it's not completely out of the water yet. All you can see is its eyes and the top of its head. So are you holding an action until it comes completely out of the water?
No. If it's still down there, if it's still low, I'm just gonna kick it.
You drop the elbow on it. Do it.
Kick it. Kick it right in the stupid head.
That hits.
That is 17.
Mm-hmm.
That is 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay.
And I will burn a key point for flurry of blows.
Do it.
Let's freaking go, dude! That one.
Okay.
Let's freaking go, dude! Ah, why? Anyway, that's a 13.
That was a 13 hits.
7 more damage.
7 damage, yeah.
And again, you start pummeling this thing, riding the high from the Grimlock train a few rooms back. And your fist sinks into it at certain points, and it's bleeding across its head. You're snapping off the hardened parts of its horns that are coming up off of its skin.
Mm-hmm.
And you have pummeled it pretty well. And now it's going to eat you.
Good. I'd love to see it try.
Your AC is 16.
Yep.
12 piercing damage.
Ow.
Ooh.
That's rude.
Plus 6 poison damage.
You are rude.
Oh,
that
that drops him.
That
that's
drops
0.
him.
Yeah.
Adric rains blows down on this toad. And I mean, he's putting all of his might into it, dropping kicks and elbows and hollering out in Japanese exclamations. And the toad, all of a sudden, leaps out of the water and just gobbles him up whole.
Whoa.
Okay.
So you're inside the frog now.
I'm inside the frog?
You
Awesome.
are. He swallowed you whole.
Sweet.
Tarin.
That was exactly 18 points of damage. And that put me down at 0.
So you're at 0? So you're going to start making death saves next turn.
Yep.
And it might be very, very bad for you if they don't finish this quickly.
That is not a good thing.
No.
That is a very bad thing.
Yeah, I was gonna try to feed him a potion, but not if he's in the frog's stomach.
No, that frog swallowed him.
There's another Eldritch
Yeah.
Blast with, oh, it's going off the table. Another Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
6.
So that's a 21 on AC for 6 damage, including the Hex.
And then the necrosis. Okay. And just as you see this thing gobble Adric up, now that its entire form is up out of the muck, it looms over all of you. This thing is enormous. Big enough to hold a dwarf in its stomach, at least. And you blast the bulbous, like, pale green underbelly of it, and it just blows apart. And it blows slime and blood and toad guts all over the room. And you see Adric's form, the dwarf, slumped into the mud, face down. He's slowly sinking. The toad has been blown apart.
All right, am I close enough to grab him?
Oh yeah, you can grab him.
Okay, so I'll pull him out of the muck.
All right, put him where you want him.
On the shore is fine, right here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
And there are bits of toad laying all over the floor of this room and spattered against the back wall. Giant chunks of its hellacious tongue, bits of cartilage from inside its body, stomach lining, all manner of organs.
Seems like we do this a lot, and I'll take one of Adric's healing potions and force it down his throat.
Alright. 2d4 plus 2. Well, which potion do you give him? One of the ones you found from the healer's satchel?
I think that's the only... Oh, yeah, because we have the fishy ones still,
You got
too.
the fishy ones that are 1d6.
I'll use one of the real potions.
Okay. Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Oh.
I was on
rolling it.
Yeah, let Adric roll it.
10 health.
There you go.
After
I got maximum health out of that.
after
You have more
take,
than 10 hit points, though. Don't you?
After
I
you
know,
feed him,
yeah.
after you feed him the potion, I'm gonna take the bottle from you and like try and collect some of the frog guts and things in it.
I think we should go and get Cebu now that we should be fairly safe. You might have an idea. You, Adric, can you haul the rest of the corpse out of the water?
I was inside it!
That makes you an expert on the inner workings of the corpse.
Be glad they got it that turn, because you take 3d6 acid damage for every round you spend inside the toad.
I will. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll start. Like, okay. Give me some gloves and I'll do it.
You're wearing gloves. Yeah, you're wearing the biggest gloves in the group.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Yeah. So.
And I mean, easily enough, you gather up some frog guts, the pieces that look vital. That's guys. This is a frog. Treat it with respect.
Yeah, I'll go up and I'll talk to Cebu.
Is everybody going, or?
I think I can just go.
Okay. Well, why would we stay here?
Because you guys are gonna.
I was pulling this thing out of the water.
I mean, there's not a carcass left to pull out. The thing blew apart.
We've collected a bunch of its guts already.
Okay.
I'm also hoping maybe. Oh, well, okay, so I go talk to Cebu. I'm like, I think we've dealt with the danger. You should come with us inside. It's safe.
You go out to talk to Cebu. And he's still out there. That's a Grimlock.
Nice.
I just replaced the table with a Grimlock. God damn it, Imager! Why anything? Why anything ever?
Hello.
You know what? I'm leaving it there. I don't care.
Shot.
I don't care. It's staying there. Grimlock for everybody. Screw all y'all. Anyway.
Right, so I'm here on the left ankle with Cebu.
Cebu refuses to go down into the dungeon, but he is more than willing to help you carry what you can of the carcass back to the village.
What is there anything specific we need out of it? Any part of the body?
He indicates a chunk of tongue that Adric is carrying.
Okay.
Get more of that. As much of that as we can then.
You have a big
We'll go
old...
back.
I mean, you were very intimately acquainted with this tongue mere moments ago.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Which makes me expertly qualified to carry more and more of that. And I'll give like an extra kick to some of whatever chunks happen to be laying as I'm on my way out the door.
Adric goes back into the room alone and sees a second toad coming out of the water. Roll initiative.
I'm full of anger and hate right now.
So, the trek back to the village is uneventful. Like I said, it's a short walk, maybe an hour, and Cebu knows the way. Come back to the village. The old wishwoman is delighted and very, very shocked to see you return. She takes the tongue from you.
We're not too late, are we?
No, Swent is still alive. He's still hanging on. They've managed to use their medicines that they have. I don't want to look at this Grimlock anymore. I'm tired of looking at this. This is awful. Just...
Let's bring up a Flumph.
A Flumph. Where is... There it is.
It's the Legend of Grimrock.
Legend of...
Or Grimlock.
Your joke was bad. You should feel bad.
I should.
There you go. Okay, we'll put that back on there and erase that. Okay. You go back to the village. The witchwoman accepts the tongue, puts it into her pot, says some chanting over it, adds other ingredients. And as she does so, she tells you it's been many years since she's mixed this particular concoction. It's been many years since anyone has been able to hunt the toad from the ruins. And she boils the liquid, waits for it to cool off. The whole process takes a couple of hours for the ritual to be complete. She fills one of the clay urns with the concoction, and she hands it to you. So your friend may be saved.
Who are you, Rainbow Dash? Or not Rainbow Dash, Applejack?
And of course, Fred takes the clay jar and drinks it.
Fred, you are a toilet person.
He doesn't. He is fine, though. He came to while Cebu was watching over him. Because I know you all were so concerned.
I was. I like Fred.
I don't.
Fred's great.
So, some of the island girls who've been tending to Swent take the concoction. They manage to get some down his throat. And immediately you see the color start returning to him. But he doesn't wake up yet. And by now it is dusk. The village is setting to work preparing the evening meal.
I'll ask if they know if they have an idea how long it'll be before he's awake.
Who do you ask?
Sorry, mum cut out for a second.
I'll ask the girls first. They're attending.
Girls? Only one of the girls speaks very broken common, and it's difficult to communicate with her, but as far as you can glean, she's never seen this work before, ever. Like, they've never been able to make or use this medicine in their lifetime. Up until now, anybody who was struck with one of the Dumisa darts has died. If Swent recovers, he will be the first that most of the people in this village have seen in their lives.
Oh.
We're still here, just nobody's doing anything.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go explore the village since it might be my only chance. I'm kind of curious.
What are you looking for in particular?
Just to see what I can see. You know, it's a new type of settlement for me. I didn't get out much from the monastery, so this whole jungle civilization thing is kind of interesting to me.
Roll a wisdom check, DC 10.
It's a 1.
That's a 7.
No,
I
it's
think.
a 7. No, it's a 7. That's a so it's an 8 for me.
Okay. They're very welcoming. They've heard the story about how you went to retrieve this medicine, and you returned successfully, and you're overwhelmed. All of you are overwhelmed with gifts during your stay. Islanders giving you bits and baubles that they've collected that they view as valuable, but trinkets. They give you food, as much water as you want, and they're very hospitable.
Nice.
But I mean, as far as their culture or anything goes, they kind of don't have one. It's kind of a John Frum situation going on this island. What do you do with Swent? Are you going to stay here at the village until he recovers, or are you going to take your leave and take him back to the ship?
My only worry is that I'm worried that the ship, if we're gone for longer than a day, will get concerned. So I think we can wait until morning.
Okay.
No one actually thought to say when we expect to be back, did we?
No, as far as anybody knew, you guys were going to go ahead to scout out and come back with some report of what supplies could be gotten from the island.
Oh, yeah, I should go and look to see if I can find any of the other herbs that Arvin wanted while we're waiting for Swent to recover.
And you do. Some of the other girls from the village come out and they show you the herbs that they know to have medicinal value. A hunting party of men comes back just before dusk, and they've killed a wild boar, a really large boar, which they feed everybody for dinner. So there's fresh meat to be had here as well.
Okay.
They have all manner of strange and exotic fruits that they bring forth, fruits and nuts and other fresh foods that they gift upon you. It is gratitude for bringing this medicine back to them.
Cool.
And
do they have other than the old? Do they actually have like a leader, apparently, or?
It's kind of a communal little village.
Okay.
If there is a leader, it would be the old woman, but she doesn't seem to be in command of them. Like, nobody looks up to her in reverence. It's more that she's just the oldest and wisest member of the tribe.
Well, I'll talk to Cebu then, since he seems to have the best grasp on common, and I'll ask him if it's possible for us to trade anything on our ship that would be useful for them in exchange for extra provisions, food.
He says, "We have
that they don't need.
There's plenty here for all. Take what you need."
Excellent.
Thank you.
The only thing to be in short supply is meat, and essentially they just have to go hunt for it.
Okay.
But I mean, if the hunting parties go out every couple of days to bring meat back, and today they just happen to bring back a giant boar, so. I mean,
and they use wooden spears?
Wooden shafts, but they have bone tips to them.
Okay, right,
yeah,
right.
They lash it. They sharpen a piece of bone or stone or whatever they have available. The only actual technology you've seen since you've been here, the only piece of equipment that would not have been on this island was the cauldron in the old witchwoman's hut.
Okay. I mean, I think maybe if we have some spears in the armory, that would be a reasonable trade for some food.
Well, as far as Cebu's concerned, I mean, the island natives live here more or less peacefully. They have all the provisions they could use. I mean, they wouldn't say no to a gift of spears.
Well, then then it's my gift of spears for your hospitality, my friend.
Okay, but you'd have to send someone back to the ship and retrieve them.
Yeah, we'll have to go back and forth to get food and whatnot. So.
And the next morning, just after dawn, Swent wakes up, and he's still ill. He's still sick, but the poison seems to have mostly run its course.
Hey, Bert, I'm cashing in my banana.
Okay.
Svent had a vision.
He had a vision? Okay. Let me get the DMG here.
A vision, you say?
By the way, that rolling boulder trap would have done 10d10 damage, so...
Well, good thing we took care of it safely.
Let me make a couple of rolls here, Destil. Okay. Oh, hold on, my dinner's here. What's up?
That one or that one?
Peanut had a vision.
Where are we ordering from?
Hungry House.
Howie's. I do love me some Howie's.
I just wasn't sure which one you wanted.
Give me that deluxe sub.
Okay.
Give me a whole one.
Okay.
That'll be dinner tonight and lunch tomorrow. Alright, so here's Destil's banana. Make a monkey noise when I delete it, just for effect.
Woo, woo, woo. Is that sufficiently monkey?
He wakes up, and you can tell that he's still ill, but he's recovering. He's on the mend. The poison's run its course, but he is not the cheerful demeanor that you remember Swent to be. Like, you remember, even as a prisoner, his spirits were relatively high. Like, he always has been of high morale. But you look at him now, and he looks very, like, frightened. Like, he's had the nightmare of nightmares.
That's kind of to be expected with that kind of a fever.
Are you saying that to him, or are you just making the observation?
Just making the observation.
Okay. But he doesn't say anything. Like, he hears the story about how you all saved his life, and he's very grateful for it. He seems to be quite taken with the quaint little village life. He eats ravenously of the meat and fruit that are brought to him for breakfast. But he doesn't mention what he saw. Not unless someone asks him.
Do we know that he saw anything, or does he just look really shaken?
He looks like he woke from an extremely bad dream, and he looks like he may not be sure it was actually a dream.
Oh, okay.
I can delete these, I guess.
Oh, the pillars? Yeah.
Yeah, and the pool. Oh, somebody spooged under the pool. Come on. Oh, that was me. Never mind. Okay. I don't actually have a map of the village, which is why we're still looking at the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main change in Swent after he mends, and even after you get him back aboard the ship over the next few days after you load supplies on the boat, he never quite reaches that level of morale again.
Yeah, if it's after a few days, I'll talk to him. So I figure we'll give him like 8 spears in exchange for whatever food they're going to give us.
Okay. And you're able to take as much as you want onto the ship. I mean...
Okay.
If you... I mean, over a course of maybe 2 or 3 days, they can kill another boar and bring it back.
Actually, I'll ask if any of them know anything about navigating the seas around here.
Oh, that's a good question.
You saw
know
no
of any other
boats, canoes, or anything of that nature.
So yeah, we're
But I mean, they've dealt with people from outside the island before. I'll ask if I can speak to the old woman again.
Yeah, you can go speak to her. You have access to her.
I'll ask her if she was. Did she personally see the outsiders the last time?
You know what? Hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. I gotta run.
Okay.
that just brought up some bad memories for Brickroad, I guess.
So my other thought of throwing out the banana would be that when we get back to the boat, Warwanax was there.
Sorry about that. I had to remind Peanut to order some something to drink from the pizza place.
Sweet.
What did you ask her?
I'm asking. Well, okay, I'm going to ask her if she was around personally when the last time that the outsiders came to the island.
She nods. She says, "They're the ones that taught me these words. They came on great ships. They brought much magic with them. Taught
Did
us many
anyone
things."
here learn anything about the outside world, in particular, any other where we would go to find another settlement or the mainland?
No, she puts her arm on her own chest. She says, "No, I was the only one who was alive. Only one now who remembers. The words I speak to you, I teach to some of the children. But the pale men,
thank you for your time.
long gone."
Is there anything else we can do for you before we leave?
At this point, like, she has already got the concoction from the cauldron, and she stashed it in clay jars, and she has a considerable amount of it. She says, "With your help, the Dumisa no longer a threat. Their magic's no longer powerful.
Good.
You have done great things for us. Great love for the pale man."
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
Adric and Tarin,
Yep.
both of you go ahead and make a wisdom check. DC is, I'm going to say 13.
Nope.
Nope.
I rolled a nope.
Rolled
the
a
die
nope?
actually says nope.
We should get you a die that says nope on it. What'd you get, Tarin? Another nope?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, wisdom check. 13.
I was zoning out, sorry. 21.
Okay. Since your time on the vessel, you have seen many, many negative reactions to Orphan. And none of the people on this island, even on your first arrival, have reacted in that way.
Yeah, I was going to mention this as we left. Like, I was going to say, I'm kind of sad we're leaving.
Well, the reason I made you make a check is because your background, you grew up in a place where you did not receive those reactions.
True. That's true. Okay.
And
I didn't actually make the check, though.
You rolled it. I thought you rolled an 8.
Oh, I didn't. You didn't ask me to make a check. You just said Tarin and Adric.
I had you do it yesterday, in the previous scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you already made and failed that check, and it took them longer because they're not you personally.
Gotcha.
And that's why they had a higher DC. This would have been their observation of them interacting with you. But yeah, the Islanders are very welcome and very friendly. Some of their warriors are gearing up. They're going to work on fortifying their borders so they can better repel the next Dumisa raids. So, how many days do you take loading up the ship? Do you request
2 or 3.
more meat? Okay, so in about 3 days you fill your holds with fresh fruits, fresh water. Imagine you already have fishing equipment better than what they have. But yeah, they gift you a wild boar, which you have Arvin rather has the materials he would need to salt it and preserve it on the ship.
Cool.
Nice.
And
I figure Arvin's gotta be feeling pretty good about this expedition.
Arvin, yes, because they've been at sea for very long. The men love the idea of having fresh meat for once.
I also brought him a healer's kit and all the herbs, and Orphan brought him all the herbs he wants. So
yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
plus the fungus,
which was one of the essential components. He tells you, it's a good thing you went and got that. But yeah, he says he has enough that he can start brewing more medicines, since their stash is pretty much used up. And it only takes another day or two before Swent to mend, and you set sail.
So you're saying Swent is still despondent a day or two later?
He does seem pretty despondent, yes. It's not so much that he's despondent, it's just he's not his old jovial self.
I guess I'll talk to him then.
Okay.
I'll ask him if there's anything in particular that's been bothering him. He hasn't been, if he still has like some long-term effects from that poison. He hasn't been himself since he got back from the island.
Let me see if I can image her correctly here and get the boat back on screen.
A good question.
Let's find out which way we're going today. 7 northwest. That's a bad idea. Let's not go back north. That's just going to cover too much ground.
We're just going to leave this boulder on the boat. That's fine.
Also north. Come on. Alright, I'll roll D4 and say it's just the southern hemisphere.
Destil.
Due south.
Due south? Okay.
Yep.
Due south. What do you ask him?
That's just what I just said. I'm asking if he has any lingering effects with the poison or anything. He just doesn't seem to be himself since he got back from the island.
He says, Captain, I'm not sure. Might have been just a dream, but I had horrible visions. Horrible thoughts of a ghostly woman just screaming at me the whole time. She was in incredible amounts of pain, and I tried to reach out and help her, but every time I did, my hand frosted over with cold, and I recoiled. And it was just anguish. I can't put it into words. I don't know if I could describe it.
Did she say anything intelligible, or was it just pain?
He says, I don't remember. My head was swimming the entire time. But it felt real. Like, it felt like I was there, you know?
Yeah.
And I couldn't even tell you where I was. It was a stone room, I think, set with iron bars, but it moved. It swam. I don't know how to describe it.
And this has bothered you that much?
It's got me pretty rattled. I know it's silly, but
I mean, we were down in the brig for weeks, and you came out of that pretty well. You were only unconscious for a few hours.
He was unconscious the better part of a day.
Okay.
And he was unconscious all that night.
That's
so he didn't
right.
wake
It
up
was
till
the next morning before we healed him. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So, yeah, he was unconscious almost an entire day. But he's not affecting his work, and he asks, you know, I'm not going to let it get in the way of what I meant to do. I still intend to serve. I'm still good for work. You know?
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about you.
No need to worry about me, Captain. I'll get over it. And then he gets back to what he was doing, hauling a barrel.
Must have been something.
Most of the fruit that you brought on board is being fermented. Let's just get that out of the way right now.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
All right. Anything else? We're sailing south.
Sooth.
Sooth. Okay. And that's the end.